Most men don't realize this, but the moment a woman tests you, when she throws out something sharp, something designed to sting, that's the exact second that decides whether you keep your respect or lose it. And here's the painful truth. Most guys lose right there because they react, they panic, they defend, they explain. They get dragged into an argument that was never supposed to be about logic in the first place. Think about it. How many times has it happened? She says, "You don't love me," or maybe it's, "You're such a terrible person," or even the nuclear option, "I hate you." And your brain goes straight into lawyer mode. You start pulling out your record of good deeds. What are you talking about? I was there for you. I bought you things. I put up with your family. I did this. I did that. You start stacking evidence like you're in court, trying to prove innocence to a judge. But that's not what's happening. You're not in court. You're not proving a case. You're walking into a trap. And the more you defend, the deeper you fall. Defensiveness does two things, and both of them destroy you. First, it validates the attack. It says, "You might be right, so let me explain why you're wrong." Second, it gives away your frame. The moment you defend, you've already agreed she has the power to define you. That's respect gone. So here's the rule. When the heat is on, you don't defend. You don't explain. You don't match fire with fire. You stay cool. Because respect isn't about winning an argument. It's about never losing yourself in the first place. She says, "You don't love me." You hear, "I feel you don't love me right now." That hits different, doesn't it? It's no longer an absolute truth carved in stone. It's not a permanent label on who you are. It's just her emotional state in this moment. And emotions change, sometimes in 10 minutes, sometimes in an hour, but they change. She says, "You're a terrible person." Your mind reframes. "I feel you're a terrible person right now." That's not an eternal fact about you. It's just how she feels in this second. And feelings, bro. Feelings come and go like weather. You don't fight the storm. You wait it out. Here's why this matters. When you understand her words, you stop seeing them as personal attacks and start seeing them as confessions of emotion. And you don't argue with emotions. You don't argue with someone saying, "I feel sad." You don't argue with someone saying, "I feel angry." You recognize it, you let it pass, and you stay grounded. This isn't about dismissing her feelings. It's about not letting them control your reaction. Because once you lose your cool, you lose respect. And once respect is gone, the relationship, the interaction, sometimes even your self-image, it all spirals. Now let's talk about reflection, because it keeps you calm, but reflection takes it further. Reflection is simple. You repeat back, in your own words, what she just said. Not to agree, not to apologize, just to show message received. When people don't feel heard, they escalate. They get louder, harsher, more aggressive. But when they feel heard, they calm down. Reflection is how you get there without bending. Now, I need you to hear this. Reflection is not agreement. It's not approval. It's not bending. It's simply saying, "I heard what you said. That's it. Message received. Calm, firm, done." Let me give you a story. One of my friends was arguing with his girlfriend. She snapped at him. "You don't care about me at all." Normally, he would have lost it. He would have started listing everything he ever did for her. But this time he paused. He took a breath. He said, "You feel like I don't care about you." She froze. Then she said, "Yeah, because you're always working." He said, "You feel like I'm always working." And right there, the volume dropped. The fire faded. She went from yelling to explaining. He didn't lose respect. He didn't fold. He stayed cool. That's the power of reflection. Now let's address the hard part. The thing isn't just over by negative words. It's also for the positives. When she says, "I love you," you remind yourself, "I feel I love you right now." When she says, "You're the most amazing man I've ever met," you remind yourself, "I feel you're the most amazing man I've ever met right now." Why? Because emotions are temporary, even the sweet ones. That's not cold. It's not cynical. It's grounded. It keeps you from building your identity on someone else's shifting emotional state. Respect comes from staying rooted, not floating wherever feelings take you. Maybe you're thinking, "All right, coach, but what do I say in the heat of battle? What do I actually say when she's in my face throwing lines at me?" Here's your script. And I want you to practice this until it's boring, because when the storm hits, you won't rise to the level of your motivation. You'll fall to the level of your training. Here are 4 lines. Memorize them or write them. 1. I don't accept being spoken to that way. 2. We'll talk when we're calm. 3. I'm not arguing with disrespect. 4. I'm stepping back from this conversation. That's it. Short, calm, final. Say them once. Don't repeat, don't defend. Then, create distance. Step out, walk away, or put the phone down. Space is part of the respect game. Boundaries aren't real without consequences. Now let me hit you with this truth. If you chase after she explodes, if you keep texting after you've already set the boundary, you just killed your own respect. Don't do that. Leave space. Let her sit with it. If she cares, she'll come back calmer. If she doesn't, she'll keep escalating. And that's your cue about what kind of person you're dealing with. I know some of you don't want to hear this, but sometimes respect isn't about handling the storm. Sometimes it's about walking away for good. If she's constantly aggressive, if every interaction is a test, if she's weaponizing your vulnerabilities against you, that's not a relationship, that's a battlefield. And you can't keep your peace in a war zone. But let's keep it real. Most of the time, these storms are temporary. They happen because emotions get hot, communication breaks down, and people don't feel heard. That's why the reflection works so well. They don't erase the issue, they just stop the explosion long enough for both of you to breathe. Then, later, when the storm is gone, you can talk about the real issues, but not in the middle of the fire, never in the fire. So here's what I want you to do. Next time it happens, don't panic. Don't defend, don't fight. Remember that seeing her words as emotions, not facts. Reflect calmly. Let her feel heard, and then, if needed, step away. That's how you handle aggressive women without losing respect. That's how you keep your cool when everything in you wants to snap. And here's the deal. Once you master this, it's not just for women. This works with bosses, co-workers, friends, even family. Anytime emotions get weaponized, this is how you stay grounded. This is how you keep your dignity. If this resonated, don't just click off, subscribe. I drop videos like this every week to give you the tools to protect your respect, your peace, and your energy. And comment below what's the harshest thing you've ever had thrown at you. Drop it. I'll show you how to reframe it. Remember, you can't control how someone feels, but you can always control your reaction. Stay cool, stay calm, and never lose yourself just to win an argument.